All right, hello everybody. How's it going today on this fine day? All right. Sorry, I was like, I'm gonna flip this up. It's annoying. I had to I take out the garbage, and I had to do all the recycling, and then made my mom dinner, and now I've just been running around doing everything last minute. All right, so I see Ghost Cats. Oh, welcome. Welcome. I love that name always. Hey, James. Hey, Cat. Mystic Mima. Roger. Tracy. I think I got everyone. Oh, Marie Jane. Kristen. Hey, Kristen. And Mystical Mediumship. Hello. Sweet Goth. Hey, Sweet Goth. Sorry, I'm scrolling through all this chat. Anyone else? Anyone? Oh, hey, Horror of Horror. Hey, Carla. You guys are chatting a lot. I'm missing a lot of it. Okay. All right. I think I got you all. No, it wasn't a job interview. Like when I say I'm doing like an interview, I'm like interviewing like for a video or a podcast or like whatever. So I was just interviewing someone who has like she used to be a facilitated communicator, and then she figured out that it's all like just ID motor effect among other things. Like there's so many issues with it. So she came out and like told the world this, and she's like the only one really speaking up really loud about it. And the telepathy tapes, that's what they use to make it look like the kids are telepathic when they're not. So it's like I was interviewing her because I'm going to be doing that video where I'm going to talk about telepathy tapes, indigo children, things like that. And she has a lot of like explanation as to why the telepathy tapes aren't real, right? So it was good. She had like a lot of really good knowledge. So yeah. We're just saying hi to each other, yeah. Yeah, like usually if I had like a job interview or something, I probably would just say like job interview or like, yeah, I'd probably just say that. But no, I do like a lot of interviews for people, right? I'm trying to get some more people on for interviews too, but I'm really scatterbrained and I forget to do follow-up emails and stuff. So yeah, that should be an interesting video. Indigo children are like, it's from like the 90s, I believe. It's like when you found out that your child was neurodivergent, essentially ADHD on the spectrum, whatever. There were parents who were convincing each other. I don't know where it started. I got to do the research. But essentially, the parents decided that their children were like aliens, like starseeds. And then they started calling them indigo children, saying that they were special and had superpowers, essentially. And that's why they were different from neurotypicals. Instead of just like, accepting your child for being a child, like, not everyone has to be the same, but yeah. So it does damage because I've talked to people who are adults now and it did damage to them with their parents doing that crap. So it does cause issues. But then I was also talking to a person I was interviewing today, Janice. I think it's Janice. She spells it differently. So it's like YCE. But so she was saying too that there's a lot of pressure from other parents and they join all these Facebook groups and other like support groups, and all the parents pressured the other parents into doing this stuff and like getting facilitated communicator assigned to them and all this. Oh, hey, Kenny. So yeah, I'm going to be kind of covering that in a video because like it's not just the telepathy tapes. Parents like hire a facilitator to be with their nonverbal autistic child like their whole life. Some of them are with them for 30 years, and they don't realize that the kids aren't doing the work. The kids are like reading cues from the facilitator, and a lot of times the facilitator doesn't realize they're doing it. It's the same as Ouija. It's like the ID motor effect. So yeah. So, and like the woman that I interviewed, so she did a video sort of debunking and showing, the facilitator moving, and like it was a 16-second clip she used from the telepathy tapes to show that it's, BS. And then they did a copyright strike on her and were trying to take her channel down, and she only has like 200 subscribers. But they were like trying to hide like any peer reviews. They try to like take them down, threaten to sue them, things like that. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, like, and not everyone needs to be neurotypical. Like, the thing is, there's a lot more neurodivergent people in the world than like we realized. It's just there's a lot of high functioning. I don't even want to call it high functioning. I don't know, a high mask. I think that's the correct term now. High masking. We pretend to be like, we try to pick up what other people are like, and then we mask it. We add it to our mask to use it to kind of hide who we really are and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, like she had like a good lawyer, intellectual property lawyer, and they were like, yeah, okay. So they challenged them. They're like, go ahead, file the lawsuit paperwork, right? Because that's how, if you get a copyright strike, it takes down the video, and then if you get 3, your channel gets taken down from YouTube forever. So essentially, if you get one, then it's like you have the opportunity to then counter it, and then they have 10 days to file paperwork with the courts to say they're going to sue you. And if they don't do that within 10 days, then the strike gets removed and your video goes back up. So they called their bluff. Essentially, a lot of people abuse the copyright system for stuff like this. And essentially, they called their bluff on it and disputed it, like said that they were going to wait for the paperwork time. They were planning to go to court over it. But that would have caused a huge scene and been in the papers, right? So, yeah. Yes, there's really a lot more neurodivergence in the world. Yeah, they learn the social skills faster. Yeah, like we learn to like copy people a lot. Yeah. We recognize it more than before. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's more recognized now. Like if you think about it, it's very new. Like them even accepting ADHD, autism, things like that. Like it's not that old. Like it was like the 90s, I think, when it was really taking off. As like, okay, this is actually like a mental diagnosis, and we need to work with the kids instead of trying to fit them in this box, right? So we beat ourselves up when we can't fit in. Yeah, it happens a lot too. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times we do work it out ourselves. There's some better supports now, but hearing that these facilitators are the ones that these parents hire to be with their kids their whole life, it's not actually helping their kid. It's just tricking them into thinking their kid's being helped, which is sad. So, women are really good at masking, and like women are really good at just pushing through when they have ADHD, and on the spectrum, like ones that, obviously are the ones that are verbal, right? And women usually have more trouble when we get older, especially if you're unmedicated ADHD. When you hit menopause, apparently, it's like horrible. Like you really need to do hormone therapy because it's like your ADHD is out of control. So. It's a headache dealing with that. Yeah. Oh, hey, Kiwi. All right. So, first thing I want to talk about. So, essentially, I want to take this week off to catch up on research and writing some scripts and stuff, because essentially, like, I'm struggling to like maintain doing video essay deep dives every week. So I'll probably do something like where I do it like once a month or something, or maybe twice a month. So I want to get some research and stuff caught up for those. And then the other videos that I do the other weeks are sort of things like yesterday's video, like, picking apart Selena and Chris, like analyzing psychics, picking them apart, things like that, right? So, and it's something that actually YouTube also recommends too, is to have like your good, like high quality deep dive videos or whatever, if you're long form content, to do it like once or twice a month, like, and put your more effort into them. And then the other videos do like lighter videos so that you don't burn out. So I'm going to try to do this like schedule thing. But that being said, just in general, I need this week off to catch up. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to record a video of just me talking about a subject of some sort, which I'll post for this weekend. Just if I can just sit down, record a video for like an hour or something, and then do very light editing, then I can just post that video for this week so that there's still a video that comes out. But it's going to be like really light, just sort of like talking off the top of my head. So I was asking everyone what they wanted me to talk about. So if there's anything that you guys can think of or that you want me to talk about as well, go ahead, throw it in the chat here too. I'm going to probably record it today, to be honest. I've got like a list of different things. I was thinking too, like, I could do like this would be copying the term. I'm copying the term from Creepcast. They call it like a grab bag, and they just do like multiple little stories all in one session. So I could do something like that where it's just like a grab bag and I'm doing like multiple little topics all through. So Rebecca, welcome for the membership as well. Thank you for renewing for 3 months. I see Ghost Cats. Yes, I remember the trend having friends get all involved. Yeah. I'm not. I've been through the change. Yeah, Mystic Mima. Yeah, I've heard that it's really bad for ADHD women. So, Miss Kitty hasn't moved since your premiere. She moved a little bit. She really just like sleeps through all this, and then when I turn the camera off, then she starts getting really bossy. Bingo, bango, bongo. The party's in the house. Yeah. Hey, Julie. Oh, hey, Leanne. Misinformation. Welcome. Yeah, Julie, you're still dealing with all that crap. I'm sorry that you're dealing with all that. I see Kitty Beans. Yes. Feel bad. Suggested to Mythos a huge research assignment on Edgar Casey. Who knows if that video will ever come out? Sisters of Mercy. Yeah, welcome. I have him on my list. It's a lot of research. I will eventually do him at some point, but it's a lot of research. So there's a lot of other people on my list too. Like I have a huge list. It's insane. With the people on the research team know the list. I have it saved on the Discord, and it's like it's crazy. Hey Leanne, hey Sage Rat, Rebecca, welcome as well. Mermaid, is that like mermaid but mermaid? Nice. Susan Geisman, I'd love to see you analyze her. She's a huge medium. Also love to know what you think about animal psychic mediums. I mean, animal psychic mediums just make shit up, to be honest. Yeah, like that's the thing. It's a topic sort of like I was asking people like just something I could kind of talk about off the top of my head. So, oh, Rebecca. Oh, thank you for the $30.99 in Australian, I think, right? I see what you're making. It's a lot. He's a pretty old figure. Yeah, Edgar Casey has a lot of information, and a lot of people are like hardcore, like super fans of his, and they get like really upset when I like say that he, anyways, yeah. So it's something that I really do need to research a lot because his fans are like weird in the comments. I've talked about him, like I mentioned him in passing, and I had a bunch of people, angry people in my comments, and I literally mentioned his name once in passing in a video. So can you easily talk about Ouija boards? Yeah, for the most part, other than I don't remember the years and stuff. So someone's cooking, not sharing. Yeah, it's always tripped me up. Oh, the chat's being weird. It's like stopping and then loading a ton and then stopping. Hey, Blastrites, welcome. Fun fake urban legends. Yeah, just something that like, I don't want to be like giving out incorrect information as well. So, I mean, some people said to talk about my stuff too. I mean, I obviously you guys don't know like my whole life, of course. So, I mean, I could cover something like that. Hold on. I asked on all the social platforms, so I have like answers all over the place. One person said, oh crap, it's a friend of mine. Shit, I have to bring it up. I forgot. Oh, that's the members post. Yeah, because I forgot to put the members' names in my last video. I apologize, guys. I'm so sorry. I realized it when I was watching a video at a friend's last night, and I was like, oh crap. Okay, so one person, Amber, said on my post on YouTube, Kathy Griffin's new show, she loves hearing stories of her interactions with others in the industry. It's usually like small, short adventure like stories. So I'm like, yeah, I could do something like that. They also enjoyed me critiquing things for sale on Etsy. And they said like anything about your childhood, raised and everything. Some people said to debunk photos. Again, like, I don't want to do any research. I just want to sit down and record for like an hour. Yeah. And someone asked me some like of my, like a Q&A kind of thing, which I do have a Q&A video up already. So, I already have that stuff in there, I think. And God, there was recommendations all over the place. Oh, KK asked me to do one more about tarot, like talk more about the tarot. Some people want me to talk about crazy dating stories because they saw my, I don't know if anyone of you saw my short or my reel on Instagram where I talked about that guy who unmatched because I said Twin Paranormal was fake. So some people were talking about, they were like, tell some crazy dating stories, which I thought was funny. And I'm like, the feedback is all over the place. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe I could use a grab bag. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it was my friend Serge said, talk about Canadian superstitions. I honestly, are any other Canadians in here? The chat's been going crazy while I've been talking. I haven't listened. Are there any other Canadians in here? Because I honestly don't know if there's Canadian superstitions. Oh, hey, Miss Gilme. Oh, thank you for the $10 as well. Only things you feel okay about talking about. Yeah, it's like, I could talk about like Ouija board and things like that. I just don't want to get any, I mean, I could just start off saying I'm not doing any research. I'm just talking off the top of my head. So I'm not going to provide a year. I'm not going to have like names, or if I do provide a year, it might be wrong. It's just sort of like things like that. I just don't want to get like the little details wrong. So, all right, let me check the Ouija boards, yes, please. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could cover the Ouija board. I could probably use a deep dive. Maybe I should go. The tarot is very similar to its history. History of the tarot is very similar, like Ouija board. Hold on, I gotta figure out where I was. Bloody Mary is an interesting story too. Hey, Lula Moon. Welcome to live. Yeah, you haven't been able to catch one yet. Urban legends growing up. Only things okay. Hold on, wait. Did Stevie send Ed the internet gremlin over to you after the wrestling match? No. Is the stream like freaking out? It says it's healthy. It says the connection's okay. Fat Cat goes ghost hunting. Yeah, she hides from everything. She's scared of the world. Thank you so much for who gifted membership. Yeah, I think Bill was gifting a bunch yesterday too. Find out during the rematch tomorrow. Oh yeah, Stevie and my characters on the wrestling, the wrestling show. Our characters are totally bugged out. That was pretty funny. Better off without him. Yeah. For the dating story. Yeah. Yeah. Not respecting the twins is a deal breaker. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Mystical Medium. Thank you for gifting a membership as well. Misinformation got one. Yeah, Bill did a bunch yesterday. So you may have gotten one, James, from Bill yesterday too. Everybody's so cool here. Yeah, everyone's pretty chill in the debunking community. There's this guy, Zachary King, who's making the rounds saying he became a satanic high priest warlock after he played Bloody Mary. Jesus Christ. People believe that stuff. And I'm like, do you remember when we were like in high school and people would say dumb shit like that? And we're just like, okay, sure, Jan, and no one believed them. But for some stupid reason, people believe this stuff nowadays. I don't know what has gone on with humanity, but I feel like we're losing a lot of critical thinking skills. So Thank you, Mystical Medium, for gifting another a membership to everyone. He's looking for a spaghetti wrestler. Yeah. uh, oh, thank you, Marie, for gifting a membership as well. Oh, Carla got one there. Thank you. But yeah, so if there's any topic that you guys can think of, I'm gonna record it tonight. So let me know if you think of something too that you want me to talk about. He was making the rounds. He was in shit. I lost it. Shit. Hold on. The chat is being so weird. It like scrolled like 3 down. He's in Sean Atwood. Like his channel's blowing up. It's wild. His channel's blowing up. People are. What the hell is wrong with people? Thank you, Mystical Medium, for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate it. Where am I at? Dang, Alive Fest here. Yeah. New Zealand, much more practical. Wait, what about New Zealand? Stiff as a board, light as a feather. Yeah. we did that as girls. I remember doing that. It works. I need a, sorry, I'm choking on life. I need a new name for my video channel since Parazone is a UK cleaning product. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be associated with that. Oxygen depletion causing brain cell death. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. Yeah, chat's being weird. Yeah. I like to help others. Yeah, thank you, Mystical Mediumship. Hey, Pomp. Yeah, I appreciate it. Oh my god, yeah, the chat is being so weird today. It's like stopping and nothing's happening, and then it like, well, shit, I have water all over my fingers. Look at the condensation. I don't know if you guys can see it, but speaking of misinformation, remember that South Park episode ripping on holistic medicine? Yeah, that one was funny. And her name was Misinformation. Yeah. Mercy. Ghosts are squeaky clean. I mean, you could keep the name and then have that as your tagline. That might be funny. That might be funny. You could just own it, you know? So yeah, I'll have to sit down and decide what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just like a grab bag where I talk off the top of my head. Obviously, there's like a lot of stuff too about my life that I mean, I've lived my life for a long time, so I didn't fit it into all videos. I was saying too, like, people ask me as well, like, what I think a ghost is. I mean, I could try to cover that up. I could just do like I don't know how popular this video would be though. Just me rambling? I don't know. I'll sit and think on it after this live and then decide. Oh, and somebody remind me too. Boo Paranormal is streaming tonight, right? I just forgot to check. Do they have a live scheduled for tonight? They don't have it scheduled, but they usually stream at 7 p.m. So, oh, okay. They will not be doing their normal live tonight. We will explain next week. It's been a bad 5 days. Oh, no. Yeah, something must have gone wrong with the, like something maybe in her family, because she was doing some stuff with her family a few days ago. So, oh man, that sucks. Whenever they do go live, I mean, go show them some love. Sounds like they've been dealing with a lot of crap. That's, I totally understand. I feel for them. Kiwi is trying to get you a membership. Yeah, it's like you can't assign people to a membership. It's just random. Yeah. How about Paranun? Yeah, you could do Paranun. The girls in our year thought that Light as a Feather were real occult shit. Yeah, I remember. Because of The Craft, the movie, right? You're fun when you ramble. Yeah, I mean, I think you guys all enjoy it, but other people don't really watch it. Like whenever I do like a video sort of like geared towards, I know, just random stuff that you guys would like, it tends to not do as well. But also I kind of just want to like post something as well to give you guys something, but also just kind of keep the algorithm fresh and stuff. I wonder what detergent ghosts wash their sheets in. Yeah. Gifted 10 memberships. Oh, thank you again, Mystical Mediumship. Just trying to get everyone green in here. The first Craft? Yeah, the original Craft. Yeah, that's a good movie. It's a very good movie. Yeah, Dana's been dealing with some stuff. Yeah, that sucks. I know it's very difficult to deal with. Sorry, I'm in a silly mood. No worries, Marie Jane. It's fine. It's funny. I was hanging out with a friend last night, and I've never really act silly around them. I don't know why. It just like it's never come up. We don't like go out to many places where I don't really tell too many jokes or act too silly around him. And then he was like watching some of my YouTube videos. He's like, "Oh my god, you're so funny. Why aren't you like that with me?" I'm like, "I don't know. We don't go anywhere, do anything. We just kind of just hang out and watch a movie. Like it's so like it's kind of funny." Yeah, for the algorithm. Yeah, yeah. I'm green. I'm tangerine. The Cure. Yeah, yeah. Jeff and Dana have been dealing with a lot of stuff, I think. Both don't scare Claire and Stevie's chats. The green is all paid. Nice. Seems more whitey to me, Mary Jane. Or Mary Jane, sorry. I have a new black and white kitty. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. The only thing I've noticed there's a lot of YouTubers with tuxedo cats. I never really noticed that before, and recently I noticed it. There's a lot of them have tuxedo cats. And a lot of people say that they can have an attitude, but they also talk a lot, which she does, like just not on camera. But when I'm not recording, she screams at me all the time. Something might be interesting to see is how closely some movies track to real traditional lore. Yeah, that's going to be like some research stuff, which I've done some of the Warren stuff, right? And I did the Entity as well. But yeah, there's other movies too that definitely can be done as well. So, should hope not. Sorry, Pomp, I didn't see what the beginning of that was. Bambi legs, yeah. So yeah, I'll figure out what to put out for a video for this week. And then, because I really want to finish and get done the Teresa Caputo video, the deep dive on her. I'd really like to release that if I can. And I have the mediumship study video, which it's interesting because I think I've been having trouble combining all the information. There's so much information. And there's a pattern somewhere, and I just can't put my finger on it. And then I also asked Spaghetti Paranormali or whatever if he wanted to do like a collab where he covers more in detail about the Italian scientists, because he knows all about that too. So it's kind of like it's a big amount of information, and so I'm having trouble getting clarity on it to put it all into a proper video. But when I was talking to Janice, if I'm getting the name wrong, I might be. My brain's telling me I'm saying it wrong, but I don't think I am. If I talked to Janice, or when I was talking to Janice, it was like the facilitated communication is very similar to the issues with the mediumship studies. So I feel like I might get some clarity on it when I work on the telepathy tapes video. She was a stray in my apartment complex. Yeah, like she was sort of abandoned too. My mom took her in. 13 Ghost Origins starts this month. Okay, I don't know what that is. 2004 in Amsterdam was last time. Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about. My cat is a tiger, gone crazy, striped, swirled, and spotted. Nice. He's just like a mashup. I missed at the beginning what you said, Pomp. I don't know what we're talking about. And she's not even a good reader, I don't recall. Tuxedo cats are absolutely awesome. There's a famous Italian medium from 1800s. They prove that she was fake too. Oh, interesting. Yeah. See, because Spaghetti Paranormale, he enjoys doing psychic videos as well. Too much information make it difficult to get to the core. It's like, yeah, like my ADHD brain, I see my point and I see the issues and I can see that there's something to expose here, but I'm having trouble explain because I got to explain it to you guys. And in my brain, I can't properly explain it. And I keep getting new information from people. So I'm just like, oh my God, it's never ending. It's never ending. There's constant stuff for this mediumship thing. Content creators put so much of themselves out for us to watch. Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Even though I'm an atheist, I have 3 unexplained experiences. FYI, not ghost hunting. Yeah, like I think everyone has had an experience, right? So, like I've obviously had a bunch of experiences, and like a good chunk of the debunking community and debunking like YouTubers want to see proof of something and want to see more, right? Like they're looking for answers, but they're highly like skeptical, right? But there's like some that are just purely non-believers, and those ones like they're still debunking stuff, but they tend to have a bit more fun. Like I don't think Seg believes at all, but he's funny. His channel's more comedy. He does some serious once in a while, but his channel's definitely more comedic. Yeah. The luxury of being able to do it full time is tough. Like I mean, that's saying like I don't work, but I'm trying to treat this as full time, but I have trouble working full time because of my migraines and everything else and the pain and the fibro and all the other crap. So it's like I want to put in 40 hours and I try, but I'm like I can't. It's so difficult to do. So essentially my full-time job is being sick. And I'm fitting this around it. It's very messy. So I've noticed like I've needed to take like a week off, ideally 2, but that's too much for the algorithm. I've needed to take like a week off every few months. I've noticed just to kind of catch up. Like I have demon videos. I have a demon video already recorded. I just haven't edited it yet. And I have demon scripts. I have another 2 demon scripts ready to go. I just haven't had time. Like the demon videos I still have. I'm still working on them. It's just I haven't had time. So do you think mediums really believe themselves? Yeah, it's like a 50-50. Like mediums, well, no, mediums it's a lower number that truly believe themselves. Psychics, it's like a 50-50. Yeah. Hey, Queen Karma, I don't believe, but I'm open to evidence being provided to me that could change my mind. Yeah, and that's saying some people are just open. Some people are looking for answers. Some people, like, there's a reason that you still stick around, right, in the paranormal community. So, and I think that's sort of like how Seg is. He'd love to see evidence of something, and he's just kind of having fun with breaking down stuff. So, yeah. I work and make videos when I can, but your health. Yeah, it's like the health, like, it's really annoying. It's like, it is a full-time job. It's super freaking annoying. Good ones, maybe. How do we know they're good? I mean, they're not, that's saying, I mean, they're not, nobody's talking to the dead. So yeah. I've racked my brain to debunk. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's like our experiences in the past, and I look back on it. It's like some of my experiences. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was just my brain, right? Like I have a lot of experiences seeing shadow things, and I'm assuming it's all my brain and it's psychology, to be honest. But I also have like weird beliefs. I could talk about this in this week's video too. I have like a weird underlying belief in other beings that are living here that we don't realize, like fairies. There's like fairies and gnomes and all that came from something, and I feel like that they're there, but or like, you know, spirits of the land or something. It's like an underlying thing that I'm like I could be down for that. Like I kind of think that, but I'm also very aware that our brains are really good at tricking us, and when you wear glasses, you see more things because the glasses have reflecting on the inside sometimes. Like I have the anti-reflecting stuff, but sometimes it still reflects once in a while. and also the edges of my glasses. And if I'm moving around really fast and stuff, like I know I think I've seen stuff and then I've recreated it and it was my glasses. So like it happens a lot with glasses. So I haven't had glasses on my whole life though. My experiences I had weren't I wasn't wearing glasses. So I don't know if I believe in hauntings per se, but I've had paranormal experiences. That's what keeps me around. Yeah, exactly. Good one for these videos. Yeah, like I can kind of just talk about my views on it. I want to explore some of my views. I want to explore and compare them to some theoretical physics ideas that are out there, but that would be like a bigger video, which other people have asked me for it and I just haven't had time to do it. It's like I have so many ideas. Like I have so much content and stuff ready to go. It's just I don't have the time. You know, if I was rich, I could just pay someone to write the scripts and then I could record it all. And then, like I just throw them my research, be like, put that into a normal script, record it, and then get someone to edit it. Then we'd be golden. So I think there are things that could be living here that we're not aware of. Yeah. I also do believe in like time isn't linear and like parallel universes and stuff. And I think that kind of plays a role. Lula Moon, my fibro and other ailments is my full-time job too. It can be frustrating when it stops me from creating. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's like, and stress like brings it on more, and like dealing with family stress, like, yeah, it makes it so much worse. So I don't judge others for things I don't believe. Yeah, I don't judge others unless there's like, it's sort of like if they're hurting somebody, then I'll judge them, or like if they're trying to push their beliefs on someone, like, you know, those like, I don't know, it was big in my area. There's like these born again Christian churches, and they would like try to convert you, like they'd push it on you and try to convert you all the time. So yeah. What do you think about the NDE stuff? It's 100% our brain chemicals. Like that's been proven by science. So I've jump scared myself by having my hair move and spotting the reflection of my glasses. Yeah, the glasses, like I do it all the time. And that's why I'm like, okay, anything I see now when I'm older, I'm like, it's got to be my glasses, I think. But then I'm like, I saw stuff when I was younger. So I don't know. It's an interesting topic. It's like, I know it's in my head. I know it's my glasses. I know it's probably psychology and it's all in my head. But, you know, there's an underlying me of believing in fairies and stuff that are like shadow people or fairies and stuff. So, or quantum physics. Yeah, it's all within the quantum world that all these things actually, there are theories out there, and theoretical physics have done the math to prove that it's in these quantum realms and world. And that's what's interesting me. I like that, but that does require more research, which I will get to. But I did do a bit of relating it to physics in the video I did on do we have a soul or something, and that one I showed a bunch of science-y stuff that people are working on. Hey Foxfire, welcome. Cognition is wild too. I really like what you said about how powerful our brains are. Yeah, they are. Yeah, and welcome. No, don't. I don't think I said hi. Yeah. Time is not linear. Yeah, I think that, like, honestly, I think that is the key to all of this, is time is not linear. Like, personally, I think that's the answer to all these hauntings. It's not ghosts. It's us in different timelines. So you remind me of a friend from college, but she went from gothic flower child to mean suburban divorcee. Oh God, you keep her youthful spirit alive. Yeah. I was goth my whole life, and then I went into like working corporate, and then I had like the corporate goth look. Other goths recognize the corporate goth, and I kind of been doing the corporate goth for a long time. So it's fine to believe in fairies. I'm all about quantum physics. Yeah, I just like, I don't know. It's like an underlying thing, right? Where I'm like, maybe it's something. Like it's like you watch the Grimm, like the TV show Grimm, and all these like things are hiding in plain sight and Grimms can see them. Like, I think that's cool. I like that idea. It's neat. Exactly. If a belief is a harm to yourself or others, it becomes a problem. Otherwise, your beliefs are your own and you're entitled to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I've only worn glasses for 2 years. I'm seeing a lot of crazy shit. Drives me mad. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I didn't wear glasses when I was younger, and when I started wearing them, I noticed I was seeing a lot of weird stuff. And then they were like, "Oh, you should get the anti-reflecting coating." And then I got the coating on. I didn't see all the weird stuff I was seeing, but then I would see it once in a while. And it's whenever my glasses get dirty, then it makes the anti-reflecting coating like not work right, and then I see something in my glasses. I wonder when the soul evolved that hangs me up. I don't think it evolved. I think it's in everything. I think it's just energy in everything, you know? Our intentions can have a huge impact on what we experience as well. But again, that's all personal beliefs, Mr. Bima. And I like talking about this stuff. When I say this stuff back to you, I'm not trying to refute you. I'm just kind of discussing like my ideas too. So feel free to like keep bouncing back. It's all good. Exactly. All beliefs are actually not necessarily harmful. It's how you practice the belief and how it affects your life or the life around or those around you. Yeah, exactly. That's when it becomes an issue. Yeah. So it's all residual, do you think? Like time is literally not linear. So like if you have 1800 and like 3000, right? Time folds upon itself. Like there's math that shows this. Oh, sorry. This is proven. So like what if in these haunted locations, it's just a fold in time and we're just seeing a moment, you know? Or it's like a thin veil of the fold in time and we're seeing a moment repeat itself because an area has so much energy attached to it, like an asylum, that it's like created a sort of like weakening of the structure. And that's sort of my theories, which maybe I'll talk about that in the video this week. Like I'm an atheist, but if God ever did show up in front of me, I have to be like, well, crap, guess I was wrong. Yeah, I mean, if that happens, I'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, like Grimm. Yeah, Grimm's cool. I just like, it's like sometimes I get into shows just because I like the underlying theme around it. So like the show Ghosts, I love the lore that they do for the ghosts, like why the ghost can't leave the property, why each ghost has like a special ability. Like it's just, I love the lore, right? And Grimm has that too, which I love Grimm because I grew up on Grimm fairy tales. So I'm like, I recognize all the stories as they were like working through them. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. So sometimes I just like the world building, and that's what I get really into is the world built around it. I'm not like as into the intricate stories as I am into the world, and that's why I watch a show is the world building. Happens a lot. We already know that through physics. We are seeing a person that was once there. Yeah, like physics has proven that time is fold upon itself. Like there's math for this. So time is flat circle. No, it's like I don't know. What's that thing? The skinny. What was the thing from the 80s, guys, that you would like put it on a fiber fog? You put it on a step. Slinky. It's like a slinky. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. I think it was Nietzsche. Yeah, Nietzsche has some. Actually, the philosopher is very interesting. I'm pretty sure I believe in souls, but I think the last thing they want to do is haunt a place. Yeah, they're carrying exactly Sisters of Mercy. I agree. You just carry on to your next thing. I really don't think anyone's haunting anything. I've only had one tuxedo cat in my life. Her name was Saber. She flew on a pet only us airline just for pets from Memphis to Palm Beach. She was the most loyal and special cat. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I read quantum physics for fun. Yeah, I really enjoy physics, and I also really enjoy astronomy and things like that too. Ghosts, I really love that show. Yeah, it's good. I love the world building. I really do. It's like I kept telling you guys to go watch that Neural Viz YouTube channel. I'm like, some of the videos were funny. He did a funny one where he made fun of ghost hunters. But when I watched them all in order, I was like, oh, he's built like a whole world. There's a whole lore of his world that he's built. And I'm like, I love that. Crepe. No, I think you may be talking about Slinky. I was thinking about Slinkies. Yeah. Slinky. Everyone loves a Slinky. Yeah, that's how the commercial was. Like, yeah, Slinky. Everyone loves a Slinky. Then everyone has Slinkies. And it was really just like I don't know, you know how people have like the fidget spinners? You were a kid, you just had the Slinky and you were like, do. Like you were just playing with it on your hands the whole time. So... but yeah, it's kind of like that. Like they're saying, like, it's not that there's a specific shape. It's more just like, you know, Slinky can stretch out and then fold against each other. So, you're swearing Florio, math and physics. I'm swearing. I'm probably swearing. I don't know. I do swear a lot. So evolutionary biology. Yeah, that stuff is interesting too. I get really into like physics, I think, because it kind of explains the unexplained, like it tries to. So I do enjoy that. Yeah, welcome back, Roger. Yeah. Yes, Gloria, that was my generation. Yeah. Yes, it's like it's funny because it was a fidget thing. Like I remember having mini ones in class. We were just like, and it's like I had ADHD my whole life. I didn't realize it. Well, I realized it when I was a teenager, but yeah. Say it again in Ace Ventura's voice. I don't think I can do his voice. Do you think it's possible to jump timelines? No. In our meat suits, no. If we died and our energy went back into the system, maybe. Maybe we could be born in a different timeline. The classic analogy is a piece of paper. How you don't need to travel along the surface to get to a point A to point B. You can fold it in half. Yeah, exactly, Sisters of Mercy. Yeah. And that's how they explain, like, some people believe that there's, like, wormholes in space, which I totally believe that. And that's how they explain the wormhole stuff, too. So, yeah. Yeah, that's a good, like, explanation of it. You don't have to traverse a linear path to get to it. You can just fold the paper. Yeah. Meat suits, yeah. Yeah, like I think like when we die our energy just kind of goes back into the system and we can end up wherever. And I do think that we can be reborn in different forms across all of the universe. I do think that there's life in things that we don't realize because we're not looking for it. Like I think that there's intelligent life inside like nebulas and stuff. It just exists as electrical currents. And we don't know how to communicate with that, and we aren't looking for it, so we don't find it. So, yeah. Meat Puppets was a great band. Yeah, it's a good name. Yeah. Does we can go, I think, where we want. Yeah, like, I'm not sure. When I was growing up, I always had a theory that, like, you could decide what you want to do and when you want to be reborn and where you want to go. But you know, even looking at physics, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of random chaos. I think it's random chaos. We end up where we end up. But I know like there's a spiritual aspect to like if you believe things like is it Buddhism or is it Hindu where they like your soul gets reborn and you earn a higher like moment and karma follows you in other lifetimes. I forget which one it is. I usually call my body a vessel, but meat suit is good. Yeah. I believe that we can choose to reborn how we want. That's what I used to think. But like, I honestly think that the world is just chaos, but like there's order in the chaos, but like it's more chaotic than we realize kind of thing. And I only think this because of some physics theories that I've read. Yeah, it's a fun thought exercise, you know, looking at this stuff. And it was theoretical physics, so it's not like proven, but like the math works. So it's like with theoretical physics, it's interesting because like the majority of it's like they can't prove it, but the math shows that it's there or it's possible. So like that's what I find fascinating about theoretical physics. The movie What Dreams May Come did mess with me though. Have you seen that movie? Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. Yeah, it's a good one. I think Einstein was onto something with this. Yeah, I think Einstein was onto something, and also like I think there's something to do with the black holes. I've always had a theory. I don't know. I think Stephen Hawking doesn't agree, but I've always had a theory that like matter from our universe is sucked into the black hole and it goes into a like parallel universe to build that universe, and it's like a cyclical thing, and that's why we're expanding and contracting and stuff. But I don't know. That's just like my own theory. There's no like science behind it. Some people believe it though, so you can choose some things probably, but you don't get to choose everything. Otherwise, there would be souls choosing to be born disabled and things like that, and yeah, and choosing to be rich and stuff. Like yeah, that's the thing. Like I feel like when we die, we aren't on a linear time. Like we aren't. Time isn't linear, and when we're energy and we pass, we're not in that timeline anymore. So I feel like it's just like a river of energy and souls or whatever, and we just go where we go. we end up where we end up. Yeah. Karma Chameleon. Yeah. Can I trade my meat suit in? Yeah, me too. Can I trade mine in? I love black holes. Yeah, I've always had that theory, and then like I just always had that thought because I was always told, well, the universe is expanding, or we're losing matter, and we don't know why. And I'm like, well, black holes, right? And if there's parallel universes, like maybe that's how Big Bangs happen. Although they're saying now the Big Bang didn't actually happen. They've proven it wasn't real. So now I'm like, okay. If the Big Bang didn't happen, it's just very interesting. I like to pay attention to a lot of the astronomy, like breakthroughs and stuff, because it's a lot of back and forth. It's very interesting. I do change my mind on stuff a lot with it. I just want to be happier. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that's a state of mind, right? So I do recommend therapy a lot, to be honest. Oh, the other thing I was thinking I could talk about too is like, I know not everyone watches Selena, but you know how she talked about that soul death thing? But maybe I should do that in a separate video. I know I'm going to do a deep dive on her, but so what she experienced for her soul death, was 100% like too much anesthesia. I experienced the same thing when I got my wisdom teeth out the first time. He was a bad doctor and he botched everything. And of course, he gave me too much anesthesia. And so I recognized her story. But like when I experienced that, I then had just a plethora of issues with the fibro and the migraines. Like everything just exploded. And then I ended up in therapy because I'm like, okay, I'm losing it. Like everything's wrong. And I went to therapy, a lot of therapy, and it helped. But she's not going to therapy. She's now adopting this my soul died and psychic blah 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 crap. And I don't know, I worry for her mental health just in general, but she's gone down to her path. So like I'd like to maybe talk about my experience against hers, but that could probably be its own video, to be honest. I believe in recordation, but the all over the universe is not something I've ever considered till recently. Yeah, I think we just go all over. Like we can live anywhere in the universe. So, yet the universe is always expanding. It's very interesting. I do want to see what they find. Like for what is it? Is it black matter or is it dark? Oh, I always get it wrong. Whatever the one is that's causing us to expand, they still haven't figured out like what it is and like defined it properly. Hey, sweet goth. Oh yeah, no worries. I went away to visit a grifter. Yeah. Heartless Zabrak, welcome. I just got here. Are you talking about the God of the Gaps? I have no idea what that is. I'm just talking about my own theories on things that I've had my whole life. I have no idea what that is. What is it? What is it about? If there's no Big Bang, why is all the matter in the universe getting farther apart? Yeah, that's what they're like. They've proven, like, without a shadow of a doubt, with the James Webb Telescope, that there was no Big Bang. And now they're like, okay, well, why is this happening? So now they're trying to figure this out. And that is very interesting to me. If you look at the structure of the universe, it looks like dark matter and galaxies look like brain neurons. Ooh, yeah, Sage Rat, that's a good point. It does look like a brain. You're right. And some people believe that our universe is circle, like everything ends up in a sphere. So that is interesting. That's a good point. I like that. Oh my God, that would be awful. So you went through that with your wisdom teeth. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I had a lot of problems. I had to get 3 surgeries to fix what he did to me. It was bad. Selena does seem more brittle. Yeah, I recognize what's happening. It's like her husband though was encouraging this thing. I don't know, man. I've had 15 plus surgeries and woke up during one of them, but I never blame the anesthesia for anything. Yeah, when you're given too much anesthesia, it's weird when you wake up. It's like I felt like I was not in the correct body or on the correct world. Like I was like, no, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. That's what happened. And it was crazy. That sounds interesting. I've not heard of soul death till you mentioned it in your video. Yeah, it's a theory a lot of people have. Yeah. Dark energy. Is that what it is? I always mess it up between black matter and dark energy. I always forget which one is which. So yeah, it's dark energy that we're talking about. If Selena's going through something like that, do you think Chris is just naive and doesn't know? Yeah, Chris is naive and doesn't know. No. I don't think Chris is exploiting it, but I do think, and someone mentioned in the premiere, I think that they might be faking the Estes stuff together because their answers to each other are way too close. Okay, so like someone left a comment, and maybe we can talk about this and I can feature their comment. Their Estes, the words they say are way too accurate to what's going on around them, and they never scream. So like if you have, and their headphones are not, they're not noise cutting headphones. Like I know what those look like, and that's not what they're wearing. They wear cheap ass headphones. And so if you're wearing cheap ass headphones, you need to turn the volume all the way up so you don't hear people around you. Like Chris and Selena were sitting right next to each other. And so you have to turn it all the way up. So why weren't they screaming? Like, you know, when you hear something, you don't realize your voice goes higher because you think you need to talk loud over the thing. So like, why aren't they screaming? And oh God, I'm going to reanalyze this. I think I'm going to do a little video on this because I think I left it on my video. Selena does mess with the spirit box before she starts her like writing crap. So there's something weird, I think, going on with them. I think they might be faking that. God of the Gaps is a theological theory that involves God. Biblical exists, but only within the things science can't fully explain. Oh, no. I don't believe in God. No. She needs help, obviously. So unhealthy. Yeah, she really should be getting, like, actual real help. Yeah. Sphere, 100%. Yeah, I do think I think we're in a sphere. I kind of agree with that. Because, like, even all the gas planets, they form as spheres. Like, it's very interesting. Yeah. It's creepy weird to wake up during surgery. Yeah, that would probably be very traumatic. Yeah. The whole dynamic of the three of them was weird. Stuff is getting weird. Ever since the soul death thing, like something, yeah, stuff's getting weird. I studied a bit of neurology for one of my degrees. I do find like the brain fascinating and everything for sure. It's a lot of unknown. Anything that's kind of unknown, I kind of get into and I find fascinating. I've been given too much anesthesia too, and you're out of it. I felt like my body was floating away. Yeah, like I felt like I was not me, and I was not in the correct body, and that I was not on the correct planet. It was weird. It was very weird. Yeah. It took me a bit to like realize who I was. Like I was screaming. It was bad. And it took me a bit to realize who I was, and they left me in a dark room, which did not help anything. And then when the lights turned on, because I think I was screaming really loud, and then my mom came running in because it was loud. I was freaking out. Then they turned the lights on, and it was like when I saw her, then I remembered who I was. It was weird. It was if I didn't see her, and like it didn't turn the lights on, like I was probably gonna freak out for a while more, you know. So yeah. Got a notification I was gifted a membership. Oh yeah, thank you. Mystical Mediumship got you a membership, Scorpion. Sorry, I'm scrolled back. Let me check the chat. My ghost wouldn't leave my apartment in Orlando. It took months, but I finally convinced the ghost to leave. Oh really? Oh wow. I never liked Selena from the jump. Was before I heard she was medium. Yeah, like I kind of liked her because I was still, I don't know. I could talk about this in another video too. Like, I was still kind of like on the thing of like, well, I think that there's people that like might be good, might be psychic, like they can pick up stuff. But now I'm like, I think it's just people recognize patterns for sure because now I've clocked myself doing it. But I was kind of into her like at the beginning, like you know, a few years back, and I really liked that she's Canadian and Chris is Canadian and their best friend dynamic, and I really enjoyed it. But now it's just like, I think Chris and Selena learned a lot from Sam and Colby in their ghost investigations. Yeah, I do think that they've picked up a lot because I watched some of their ghost hunts before they hung out with Sam and Colby, and they were like really boring and the audio was bad and stuff. So I'm like, I think that they did pick up from Sam and Colby for sure. I'm a Scorpio, but totally different one. Yeah. Sam and Colby. Yeah, no, I got what you're saying. Queen of Karma. I'm new to this content of Chris and Selena. I haven't watched enough to know if they are just naive or fully faking it. Trust your judgment. You know more on that. Yeah, like I do think Chris is like naive in a lot of areas. Like she truly thinks that Selena's like psychic and stuff. And Selena was trying to convince Chris that she was psychic, or trying to teach Chris how to hone her abilities. And Chris just stopped doing that. But then she kind of went back to the church. And I think that's maybe a reason. But I don't know. I think that there's stuff that they do fake now because they need to make a good video. They need to make it entertaining, right? Otherwise, they don't get the clicks, right? So, yeah. No Heartless. I haven't watched that video of the psychic with them yet. No, I haven't had time yet. Can't get on board with Chris's true crime. Neither can I. First of all, it's all like AI. Or it sounds like AI wrote the script, right? It sounds like AI wrote the script. I don't like... She introduces her show like jokey, like she is a comedy channel, and she hasn't broken out of that. I don't know. I just feel like there's a level of like disrespect kind of, or like not, there's a level of no respect being given in a lot of her stories, like in the way she presents it. I don't know. And it doesn't sound anything like her. It sounds like AI, like Chat GPT wrote it. Feel free to use my anesthesia stories, ghost stories, vampire stories. I love to share. Victoria, Miami. Yeah, I mean, if you took a look at my video where I'm like your story or something is the thumbnail, if any of those topics too, like link up with you, Victoria, too. Sorry, burp. Let me know. Scorpion, when I was watching your video and Selena was flailing around on the gurney, oh God, I thought she was trying to set off the device. Yeah, she was doing that on purpose. Like that arm thing, she was planning to do something there. She was trying to do something there, and then she pretended to get pinched. It was very obvious that she was flailing her arms around for a reason. Yeah. What was psychic about that scene? Nothing. Oh, God. I need to check out their stuff. Yeah. I've read the characteristics of Scorpio. I wish I was more like one. Yeah, I do. I still like astrology. I'm going to do a debunking astrology video, but then I'm going to go on and explain, like, I still like it. I really do. Just being you, James, is great. Yeah, exactly. Just be yourself. We're both learning this new stuff. Yeah, Sweet Goth is, like, learning a lot of stuff, too. It's funny because I'm like, there's a lot of crossover right now with, like, this world and coaching and cults, and, like, it's all joining together. So there's, like, a big mashup. I see the sun, every star. I'm way behind on the chat. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna scroll through. I'm sorry. I'm pretty familiar with Oompa from the commentary community. Watch Chris skits. Yeah, and then Oompa recently like released a video and all of his like information was incorrect, and he took down the video and then he said openly, well, yeah, I didn't research it. I just got on the camera and started talking. So now he's doing videos on like cults and conspiracy theories, and I'm like, did you research it? Because like now you can't trust the videos, right? He openly admits that he doesn't research. He just talks off the top of his head from stuff he remembers. It's like, but if you're going to make definitive statements and stuff, like you need to research that stuff, you know? Have you ever taken a photo? There appears to be someone who wasn't there when the photo was taken. Yeah. It's a double exposure. I know liars when I see them though. Yeah, James, best trait to have. Oh, hey, Scott. Thank you for the 5 USD. Flurry is a psychic. She's always live streaming the exact time I'm in the mood to listen to a live stream. Thanks, Scott. I hate the AI stuff. Yeah, like, you know, I pay for Chat GPT because there's like a deep research option. And when I'm doing like the demon videos and I'm like, I can't find anything like about, like, I know that there's links to some of these names. There has to be. And so then I pay for ChatGPT. I'm like, can you research this name and find in the history, like where it's at? Cause it'll research scholarly articles and stuff that I don't have access to. So it's great for that. Learning over here has been good for me with the culty spiritual trauma. Yeah. I stopped watching Chris completely after true crime stuff. I don't know if anyone could tell, but she actually mimics her boyfriend's cadence. Yes. Yeah. She mimics him all the time. And like, I've watched them and like, it's weird. Like I kind of got a weird feeling about it when they first started like dating, or like when they first released themselves and they got on camera together. And I got a weird like feeling, but then I'm like, no, maybe it's just me assuming that I'm seeing stuff that isn't there. But other people in line have noticed it too. He'll do something like he'll like refute her, or like say she's wrong, or like just disagree with her, and then she'll immediately change her view to match his. It's weird. Yeah. ChatGPT writes her true crime outros. Yeah, it's the outros and the intros that really throw me off the most, I think, with her videos. True crime is sort of my bag. I like to study cold cases, especially here. Yeah, and when she covers the true crime stuff, it's so light. It's so like she like kind of just covers the main points, you know? There's one episode that I did like of hers, and she interviewed this girl who got away from like a kidnapper in like the 90s or something. And that was interesting. I'm like, that's cool. I like that. Go find people to interview. Like, she's a good interviewer. I have a love-hate relationship with astrology. Yeah. I really enjoy astrology, but I know it's all wrong. But I really like it still. Major cat stays still in your videos. She's asleep. Once I turn off this light, she knows. Like, once I turn off the light, then she starts harassing me. It's raining orbs over here, cat. I hope you got alien-proof house. Oh, God. Chris uncritically glazes David. Oh, yes, that. Yeah, Heartless. The guy from Missing 411, who instead of like just accepting that people have been kidnapped and we should be looking for them properly and there's a crime that took place, he tries to blame it on like Bigfoot. Yeah. Some creators are absolutely fake, boorish, mix up facts. Yeah, and that's sort of what like Oompa's been doing and Chris has been doing a little bit too. Like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of commentary about the issues with them. And it's stuff like I kind of noticed, but I thought that it was just me. But yeah, I've seen a lot lately. Yeah, the Mr. Beast interview was it was bad. Yeah. I've used AI for things like that, but never asked the AI to write the script. Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like I use AI to kind of like, hey, help me find this because I'm like struggling to find what I'm looking for. Hey, Barbie. Do you still think the Warrens were telling a lie because they had a story for every artifact that passed down info to their son-in-law? Yeah, they were lying. Yeah. Yeah, I have like an interview with one of the kids from the Devil Made Me Do It case. It was me, Stevie, and him and his friend. We did an interview. It's like 3 hours long. I got to work through all the footage. And he talks about how she took a knickknack of theirs and then put it in the museum saying that it was like cursed when it had nothing to do with the story. So how are the Warrens able to keep up with an elaborate lie? The internet didn't really exist during when the Warrens were big. You have to remember this, right? Like the internet really didn't take off until like 2000, like in everyone's home and everyone's hands. And they died pretty quick into 2000. Like I think, what was it? Ed was 2007 or something. Did he pass? And I think she was 2012, or I might be getting the dates wrong. But point is, there was no internet to double check things back in the day, right? So people took people's words for things. And if you showed up on a talk show and if it was what we thought was reputable back then, we would be using the "they are vouching for them" thing, which is how Sylvia Brown got so big, you know? Kind of good with what I do. But if you look at Sylvia Brown now, with the internet, you can like debunk everything that she was saying. But back then, no internet. So, can't do anything true crime. Can't have these awful stories haunting me. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I try to like mix it up with my content a little bit. So I don't fall into, because I do see a lot of true crime YouTubers like burn out on the awful stories. Okay, how far behind am I? Okay. I like, if I miss anything, feel free to repeat it. I like using AI and Fibro for brain fart days. I can't get my words out. Yeah. And sometimes like, I'll put my script in it and I'll be like, let me know where I'm repeating the same thing. Cause I sometimes do, I repeat sometimes on purpose to get the point across, but then sometimes I repeat by accident. So then I'm like, tell me where I'm repeating stuff. Because I do that, but I usually check the script for it. So The Warrens were also pumped out on daytime television. Yeah, exactly. Like people trusted Oprah and things like that. Like that's how it was back in the day before the internet. So I'm from Massachusetts. Massachusetts. I can't say that. Massachusetts. Is that? I've never been able to say it right. Where they worked on several cases. They were very much frauds, and their ideas were frankly dangerous. Yeah. No, I agree, Velvet. Yeah. Found your channel recently with the Warrens debunking. They were my hyperfixation in high school. I was into them too back then. I was always into this stuff, right? My whole life. So like I thought they were like this cool, like paranormal power couple. And then I like now it's like, oh, oops. Yeah. Oprah actually messed us up over in a whole bunch of ways. Charlatans, fake gurus. Yeah, she did. Yeah. I still think Flurry's live stream covering the tarot stuff was one of the best crash course intros and topic. That was a long live stream too. I found some horrible mediums trying to do kids on true crime. I hate the true crime stuff. Like leave it alone, man. It's horrible. Hey Sarah, welcome. Flurio's segging in chat. I am. I'm like so far behind on chat, guys. I'm missing chats. I'm segged today. I will use ChatGPT when I can't start something and ask it to write for me. So now I use ChatGPT where I'm like, I have a thought, I have a theory, and then I'll like talk to ChatGPT and I'm like, does this make sense? And it'll be like, yeah, this is why. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, because sometimes I have theories and I see like a pattern or a thought or something pops in my head. I'm like, but I don't know how to explain it to people. So. Like I've loaded all of my mediumship study, like there's like 50 studies, like 50 PDFs, and then my scripts and then my research and then all my like notes. And I loaded it all in ChatGPT and I'm like, can you tell me what your thoughts on this? Cause like there's so much stuff. And now they've gave me some things and that set me on some side tangents. And then I got some more new info and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is insane. I don't even know. It's very overwhelming. I have to run. Need to bring my car. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Can you do a deep dive on Tennessee's Children's Home Society on Georgia Tan? I've never heard of that, but yeah, remind me as well. If you put it in after live, if you want to put it like in the comments, then I'll be able to remember it better. Hey, Rawside, how's it going? And the way Oprah gave Dr. Phil a start. Yeah, and Dr. Phil also kind of vouched for people too, right? All right, yeah, Mystical Mediumship, I'll see ya. Oprah's a clone, remember? Yeah, yeah, Sweet Goth, Oprah's a clone. Yep. Oh, Sweet Goth, one of her clients commented on my video recently. One of Allie's clients. Man, they're brainwashed. All right, yeah, Mystical Medium. Yeah, take care. Yeah, we'll chat soon. Yeah, the next live, yeah, for sure. I think I may know you. Oh, okay, yeah, no, you guys talking to each other. That's fine. Give me a chance to catch up. We all trusted Oprah too much. Yes. ChatGPT can be useful research, but you can ask for advice. Yeah, like I ask it to like put its sources, and it puts like a link to its sources like every sentence, and I check it. Like you got to double check its work. It's not accurate, so I go and check it. I go check it, and then I'm like, okay, let me see, and then I kind of then continue researching my way. It's like it just helps me find some more stuff that I'm having trouble finding. But I only started doing that. I only started using it for that when I started the demon stuff, because when I started digging into it, I was like, no, like there's more. Like I was like having trouble finding anything on multiple demons in the false gods area. And like, no, the false gods area there's definitely like something they're based on, because false gods are like the top of the top. There's got to be a pagan deity or a story or something that they're based on. I'm like, I just can't find it. So then I found out that ChatGPT has this deep research feature, and then so I paid for it just to help me find stuff. So yeah. My mom was obsessed with Dr. Phil. I always got the nastiest vibes from him. Glad he's getting dragged more lately. I was like really into him at first, but then he started turning into like Jerry Springer. I guess that's what the Brass Eye UK TV series was about, picking away that trust we had in TV presenters. Oh, that sounds interesting. I should check that out. Farsight is ahead of its time. You don't want to end up like RFK with fake sources. You got to double check. Yeah, like I go through and double check its work. I love the deep research feature, to be honest. Like that's my favorite thing. But then I started like loading in like stuff where I just have so much data, and I loaded it in and I gave it all to it, and I'm like, what patterns do you see? Because I'm like, I'm seeing patterns, but I can't verbalize them properly. And so I load it up and I try to see what ChatGPT sees. So far, ChatGPT has not seen the patterns that I'm seeing. So I'm kind of, I get a breakthrough and then I get stalled. It's such a big project. It's very difficult to deal with. So yeah. I do talk a lot. Oh, what time is it? 6:20. Here, let me see if I can bring up I want to show you guys the spreadsheet. Hold on, wait. This is just one aspect of this project. And when I'm done and I can properly verbalize it, I'm planning to write an article for the Skeptical Inquirer about this as well, because it's like a big project. So, hold on. Go on this screen for a minute to reset the system. And, oh, not that. No, I need to do this. I just want to show you guys this thing. Is that it? Or is it this? I think it's this one. Yeah, okay, that fits the square. Okay. Hold on. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Can you guys see? I think you guys can see the screen. Okay, so there's this company that funds all these weird, like, it's like one company pretty much that funds all these parapsychology studies. And the research team has helped me a lot with this, by the way. So shout out to them all. We have Be Not Afraid, Trace, KK. But some other people helped me with this, but they're not on the research team anymore. Hold on. What do they go by again? Alex, Joe as well. She helped a lot too. There's a bunch of people. So anyway, they helped get this in here. So the thing is, so the people that, okay, so here there's, all right, so these are people who showed up in the grants. Oh, these are all the grants from 94 until 2024. So this is like, wait, 30 years, no, there's 30 years of grants. And there's names that keep repeating in all of these studies. They are on each other's studies, and they're on all these grants as well. So what I did is, here's people that show up on the list of grants more than 5 times. So these are some names here, right? There's certain names that I'm like actually narrowing down, but damn, this guy showed up a lot. Ooh, I gotta look into him. I haven't looked into him yet. Oh, let's see. There's some new names here. So here's this is the main name, Julie Bichel. This is the big one that I'm hitting up. That's who's going to be a big focus of this video. Let me see. Is the Italians on here? No, the Italians not on here. Well, there are other Italians, but there are some that I'm looking for. Okay, names that repeat more than 5 times. Researchers. Okay, so here's my big ones: Gary Schwartz and Julie. These are my two like top. Like these two are the top topic for the video. These are my big talking points here. These two. All right, and then this guy is important too. He's part of the crew. Oh, this guy's part of the crew. It's a crew of people. They all work together all the time. I believe it's Fernando or Luciano. I got to double check those. Okay. Other researchers. See, there's other people, and I got to look them up. Marilyn Schultz shows up a lot, too. And authors and frequent collaborators across. This is where I got ChatGPT to help me. I'm like, I gave him all of my data, all of the research reports, and I was like, tell me all the names of the researchers from all these study files. Here they are. And then I said, okay, tell me other researchers like across other sources, authors and collaborators that are frequent among the studies, contributors to the meta-analyses critiques, and the EEG and brain researchers. So it helped me organize this. And that's what I got to help me organize. But then here, the green or whatever, turquoise, is people that are showing up more than 5 times. But some of these people are also showing up. Some of these people are also my key names. So, they show up in the mediumship studies a bunch. So there's a lot. They keep showing up. See, they keep coming back for more money. This is them getting money. They keep coming back. Keep coming back for more. Oh, the red, I think. Yeah, these are people from the meta studies. They all work together on their studies to prove that each other's studies are real when they're not. Like they provide each other peer review, but their peer review is flawed and their study is flawed. But because they use each other and they help each other get grants, it makes all their studies look good. Like look at all the money going to these people. So this is just a small portion of this video that I'm working on. This is going to be the money aspect of it and the grant aspect of it. And it's huge. Like this is huge. So this thing's insane. I don't know how to properly verbalize it yet. All right, chat. Let me catch up. Humans have evolved for pattern recognition. It's inlaid into us. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, AI is not seeing the patterns that I'm seeing. I'm recognizing a pattern here. Are internet mediums the new talk show hosts? Maybe, yeah. Podcasters, I think, are the new talk show hosts. Yeah. All right, Lula, have a good sleep. I'm working on trying to debunk a major UFO case near Wilmington. Interesting. Yeah, I know Susan Gerbic does a lot of UFO stuff too if you reach out to her. Internet had a bit of a freak out. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Roger. Phil got to sensationalize everything. I hated that. Yeah, he really did. Yeah. It was kind of like when the internet got really popular and was in all of our homes. I feel like that's when the talk show host thing died because people could fact check stuff. Yeah. The golden orbs are being sighted over the Conjuring house. Oh, no, that's Andrea. No. So the daughter from that house she's not right in the head. She's now saying that the haunting was aliens, and that's her who's telling this orb story, and it's making the rounds. She made it up. She changes her story all the time. She makes up new stories every year. I think she likes the attention. I grew up in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, but moved to Miami, Florida, where my mom passed in 2004. I love South Florida, futuristic and beautiful. I don't think I've never really heard anything good about Florida, to be honest. It's all been bad. I lived in the city where that really famous UFO photo was taken. I don't know which photo. There's so many. North Carolina has a lot of ghosts. Yeah, I've heard the South has like a lot of ghost stories. Ontario's full of ghosts too. It's actually insane how many haunted places we have here. Yeah, there's stories everywhere. If you think about it, like there's a lot of war and strife and stuff in North America. Technically, I mean, you could say there's ghosts everywhere, right? So, yeah. This MLM health gurus do this too. They do similar things. Yeah. I just did dog sitting. Channel, push down a flight of stairs for had a story. Okay. I missed whatever happened. Roger, I'm sorry. Deepest condolences, Tracy was saying. A little light reading. Oh, this data is insane. This stuff is insane. Less similarities between us at Karma Queen, Sneaky. I've yet to catch the Brown Mountain Lights on camera or even see any. Definitely Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is, yeah, he's Jerry Springer or Dr. Phil. I don't know, depending on who's watching. The haunting was aliens all along. Yeah, she's insane. Yeah, she's just making shit up. I'm looking forward to that video of the funding study you just scrolled through. Yeah, it's got a lot of information. Like, okay, hold on. Let me see about this. Let me see if I can show you guys. Hold on. I just want to show you guys how many studies, like, how many files we're working through. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, hold on. I think I can take a picture of this. Maybe? Okay, there's that. I know, shush. And then it just keeps going. Okay, there's that. There's a couple more after that. There's 44. These are 44 studies that we've been reading and analyzing through. And we've picked apart and peer reviewed the studies, and there's a problem in all of them. They all use the same method that Julie invented. And we have picked it apart, and there's issues with it. So, like, these are the studies. And then when I started looking into Julie, because they all use Julie's Winfield certified mediums. So they're using the same mediums that she has certified. And she learned everything from this guy here, Gary Schwartz. If you Google him, he's crazy. James Randi debunked him, went after him a lot. There's a lot of story with him. And she was his like protege. She went to the same school that he was doing his whole thing at. It's a whole thing. It's very intertwined. It's crazy. Can't stand Dr. Oz. Never liked him. Yeah, Dr. Oz, I watched a couple episodes like when he first came out, and there was like some stuff that was kind of interesting, but then I'm like, oh my God, this feels so like fake in Hollywood. He doesn't really feel like a doctor. Where Dr. Oz makes dairy farmers try milk alternatives. Can you taste the pee? God. I love spending the nights at the fabulous hotel in Boston, historic Palmer Hotel. Yeah, I haven't ever been. The only place in the States I've been is New York City, and it looked just like Toronto because I was on foot. If you're on foot in downtown Toronto and you're on foot in downtown New York, well, I guess I was in Manhattan. It looks the same. It looks the same, honestly. Unless there's like a monument thing like that New York is known for. If you're just in the general streets, it looks exactly like Toronto. Punchable Nun. Oh my God, nice username. It may have been Mystical Mediumship who gave you a gift. Also, Marie, I think, was doing some gifts, and Bill was doing some gifts yesterday too. That's an incredible feat of work. There's so much information. It's so much information. I'm trying to give it to y'all because it all started with the CIA Stargate project. So I got to break that down and explain to you guys how that is not it's not a successful project, even though people try to say it is. So I got to explain that, then break that down. From there, then people went on to do these other studies in different universities. And one of them is actually linked to the entity case. So I'll probably mention her briefly. Then Gary Schwartz, he developed a whole parapsychology thing in the University of Arizona. Then he started this whole mediumship study, like all the ones that are shared nowadays as science, like real science. It proves everything. But their methodologies are flawed. And so then I got to explain Gary Schwartz, then how Julie is his mentorship. Julie then created the triple blind protocol in mediumship studies, which is pretty much facilitated communication, which is BS. And that's actually going to come up in the telepathy tape video that I'm working on. It's very intertwined. All the shit's intertwined. So then from there, I noticed that the same people are showing up in each other's studies and on each other's meta studies. Meta studies is when a peer is supposed to take multiple studies and prove or disprove a point based on multiple studies, multiple data sets, except they've all worked together on each other's studies. So like their peer is them in their group of friends. And I noticed that they all started getting grants around the time Julie showed up. And I think Julie is really good at writing grant proposals. And that's what she does. She shows up in their like different studies. They use her method. And suddenly now these guys are getting grants. I think she knows how to write grant reports really well. And I think that she is helping all the money go to them. And the funny thing is that one company is sending out all the money, Vial, they're in Portugal, I believe it is. I might have been no, it's Portugal, I'm pretty sure. So it's like money from the Portugal government and other, like from their education department, and also like private donors. But some of that is from the pockets of the people from Portugal. So your tax dollars are going to Americans and like Italians. There's a lot of Italians who are just doing mediumship studies, and they're using a flawed protocol. So they're pretty much just taking your money and wasting it. Like it's a whole thing. When I started following the money, I was like, oh, fuck. And then Spaghetti Paranormali is Italian. So I'm like, do you recognize these names? And I sent him these names of these people from these studies. And he's like, oh, yeah, they are complete like grifters. I'm like, oh, my God. So now I'm like, there's this whole Italy aspect now. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. Punchable Nun. Yeah, that's someone's username in here. I thought it was funny. Have you seen the pee drinkers yet? They exist. There are people that do that. Yeah, there's somebody in the world that does some like everything. There's someone out there that enjoys everything, essentially. Your tables of info are very impressive. Alex helped put everything in the table, and then I've been like, I like the tables too. So then I've been throwing my stuff from there. I've been editing the tables. So, but the whole research team helped me go through all the dates. I'm like, I need the name of the study, the scientists on it, like the year it falls under, and what country they're from, because I'm trying to trace the money, because the majority all seems to be going America under Julie's like guidance, or Italy, which is also slightly under Julie's guidance. It feels like because they started using her triple blind and she showed up on some of their studies, there's a whole aspect to it. And then there's a chunk of money that's not mediumship money, but other paranormal stuff. And it's going to like Japan, I think, or something. It's weird. CIA Stargate thing gets far too much mileage in paranormal communities. Yeah, it's completely like it's a failed study, but people are like, no, it was real. It's like, it was a real study, but it wasn't it wasn't a successful study. So yeah. Pirate slang for S worker in 1700s. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I recommend New Orleans, French Quarter, and the harbor area in downtown Charleston, as well as Savannah, Georgia. I do want to go to the French Quarter in New Orleans. I've always wanted to go since I was like very young. Roger. Okay. Ever think about doing something on the Philadelphia experiment? Remind me what that is? I know the name. I just can't remember what experiment it was. I'm vaguely remembering it, so maybe? Because it kind of falls under this weird, the unknown thing. It was something with psychological, right? I can't remember right now off the top of my head. Notice the University of Edinburgh has a department of parapsychology. Yeah, there are a bunch of universities in Europe who do. And like, it's a field of study, and that's the thing. Like, science used to investigate paranormal, like as scientists, but somewhere along the line, because of money and Hollywood, we lost the plot. So, sorry, what's the topic? I can't even repeat this. It's you could go back. It's my mediumship video that I'm trying to do. There's so much data and information. I was just showing everyone some of the information that I have to work through. It's crazy. It's like there's so much stuff. I can't even. It's like Like these are all the grants over 30 years, 30 years of grants, all for paranormal. I think there's a couple in here that are actually real brain studies, but there's not that many. There's just a small handful. DoubleTree Hotel in New Orleans, where the money come from, where it goes. Yeah, once I started tracking the money, then I was like, oh, this is all being done for money. Like this is all about the money now. Like no one cares about the science. This is about the money. Yeah, it's totally about the money at this point. Like it's bad enough that we have like, paranormal investigation has now turned into YouTube ghost hunters. And now any sort of scientific research that was going on has now turned into flawed methodology so that you can get a grant and get paid. Like they're all just gassing each other up in their meta studies where they analyze each other's studies. But then I found that the people who are analyzing the study show up in some of their other scientific studies. So like they know each other and they've worked on mediumship studies together. So they're already wanting it to be true. So they're only putting in studies that had positive results. And then they're throwing in a few studies that had negative results, a few studies from the people that aren't in this cool kids club, grant club. I don't know what to call them. And so then the data looks really good in these meta studies because they just took the studies that are using Julie's method, and Julie's method is flawed. So, and Julie's method, she calls it triple blind, but I'll go into the details of it during the video whenever I get it sorted. But it's not, the problem with her method is she picks two people to do a reading. So there's two readings. And then this medium does it without the person in the room or whatever, but there's a facilitator, and this is the problem. That's one problem. But then after that, then the two people are shown two readings. The two readings, there's no fake reading. So how is this triple blind? There's no fake reading. They're showing two readings and they're told to pick which one matches them, which one makes more sense for their loved one. So they're given two options. You can't have binary in a scientific study. You need to have at least three. And so like, that's where the methodology falls apart. Because if you're given two descriptions of the personality of your mother or father, and you're told to pick the one that matches the best, like it's a 50-50. And 50-50 is too high for statistical anomalies to occur. So when they get slightly above average results in the positive, they say that proves that mediumship studies are real. But you're getting those results because you're giving a binary option to the sitter. And see, this is very confusing how I'm explaining it. And I've probably lost a bunch of you guys. And this is why I need... I need to get all this information straight so I can do this video and not lose everybody's thoughts. I may have broken some brains and I may have lost you guys. I'm sorry. MLMs falsify their lab results and their products all the time too. Put out the positive stuff to further their scam. Yeah, that's what they're doing. And so they're releasing this and they're doing meta studies on each other's studies to show that each other's studies are successful and that the triple blind protocol created by Julie is successful. So then they show the grant people, the people giving out money, how successful their studies are and that they're proving that mediumship in the afterlife is real, but they're not. It's like it's skewed results. But then they show that to the grant people like Bial, this company, and then they get the monies. They keep getting the monies. So, and then that's how they pay their bills. And chat has completely stopped. So I may have lost you all on this. I understand. This is confusing. This is why it's taking me this long to work through this. So sadly, yes, it's very, very long and confusing. Okay. Let me pop out of here. Hold on. I gotta do this because Elgato's a biatch. I gotta fix this. All right, there. Definitely sounds like a scam. Yeah, like it's a scam on like a whole other level. Like it's like it's like scamming foundations worldwide. Like it's weird. So yeah. You haven't lost me. I understand it through the cult terms. I've been hearing long enough to know the patterns between them. Yeah, like, and that's thing. I mean, some people, it's confusing. I feel like I'm talking in ADHD scroll brain mode when I explain it. I'm actually interested, just lurking. The bubble will burst eventually. They haven't been getting money recently. So what happened, what else I found was funny, is I found an article, like a new government essentially was like brought into Portugal. Like it's like the difference between like the Democrat Republican kind of deal. Like it shifted, right? And when that new government came in, they're like, we want to analyze where all of our funding, because they've been funding studies worldwide. Like there's people making bank off of Portugal. And the people that live there, is there like a lot of like poor people or people like disparaging, like there's a lot of money leaving the country and not coming back into the country. So this new government was elected and they were like, we're going to audit this. And I kind of am seeing a pattern where they said they announced they were going to audit where their money is going and if it's helping their country or not. And that is around the time when all these people under Julie's group stopped getting studies, like stopped getting grants. Like they were getting less and less. They don't get grants from Bial at all anymore. So there's something to this. Yeah, there's something to this. I did reach out to like Portugal, the education ministry and things like that, like emailed them. I know they're not going to get back to me, but I did ask them about this. So tell customers it's safe to ingest essential oils. Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's like makeup friendly ones, but like you're not supposed to eat them. There's a way to prepare certain things as like an essential whatever, and you can eat it, but like it's heavily prepared a certain way. Otherwise, you can get sick and die. Yeah. Marie, seems like a lot to unpack, brain overload. It's a lot. Yeah. And like, it makes sense up here in my brain. I'm just having trouble laying it out so that it will make sense to you guys. MLMs do this with their studies, and many higher scientists and doctors claim the product is safe and work. Well, this is the thing, is that so Julie, she was making bank on these studies. Everyone was using her method. They did this for like a good chunk. I think it was like 15 years or something. They were doing it for a while, 10 years, I don't know. She ended up starting up a charity, whatever, nonprofit, called the Windbridge Foundation. And she was certifying mediums through there. And she's just like pumping out the mediums, pumping out the grants, doing all these things, whatever. It's like they were funding that whole thing. And she applied to be like nonprofit. So then they don't have to pay taxes and stuff, right? Sneaky. But then they just stopped getting money. And I think it was when that government thing happened. And now she's reaching out to other private areas to get money. And the whole like mediumship certification process has been kind of shut down. So there's something with that. There's something there. Ken finally did a little reading on 764. Yeah, it's really messed up. It's really messed up. And they're everywhere. Yeah, Queen of Karma. They've been spotted here on YouTube. They have members everywhere in every corner of the internet. Yeah, it's crazy bad. The binary stuff made sense. Yeah, I think that's going to be like the hardest thing for me to explain to people is why the studies, like why they're all crap. Because I got to like lay out to you statistical anomaly. Joe helped explain it really well. I'll probably reach out to Joe again to like make sure I'm defining it properly. Because like in normal scientific studies, they do account for chance, right? And I think it's like 1% or something is like chance. So anything above 1% is technically a successful study. But when I look at their stuff, it's like 1.2%, you know, it's like, it's just like a little bit over 1%. But it's like, yeah, of course it is, because you're giving people a binary option. So you're going to have a little bit better than chance, right? Hey, Echoes of the Colonel over on Twitch. We have a bunch of people on YouTube that we're talking to as well. We're chatting about this big expose video and article eventually I'll write about the industry of mediumship studies, scientific studies that are all BS. Yeah. I know I'm like multi-streaming on Twitch. It's not like super. I've left my Twitch for like a long time, but I don't really do like games anymore. So if you ever need help, I'm here as you know. Yeah. 764 is a cult. 764 is dangerous. Yeah. Mediumship. Mediums, psychic mediums, and the scientific studies that behind them, that they're all the scientific studies are crap. Yeah. Already told you utilize this both. Yeah. Like, and that's thing. And the research team has been helping a bunch with it. Like that whole spreadsheet that I showed you guys, and like a bunch of other stuff. Oh, then they helped me to get access to some studies that I couldn't get access to unless I was like in a school. Like I needed a school email address, like a university or college. So I got that. But it's like, it's a lot of data, and it goes deep because now it's not just about the studies. It's about, I don't know what to call it. It's like they're making money off of this, right? They're making money off of faking science, scientific studies, you know? What is that? Oh shit, right. Oh, Alexa, stop. 764. Yeah, decentralized. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Even the researchers are faking to get false positives. Who's going to save this field? Independent studies might be the only thing left. Yeah, and that's saying Sisters of Mercy. It's like we used to have like a scientific community because there was parapsychology PhDs and stuff, and they would actually investigate things scientifically. But somewhere along the line, it's become all about the money and the movie deals and the book deals, and it's just like no one's actually properly testing things anymore. They just want to make money off of it. I'm trying to find the name of the experiment they did with an entity in a location where they fed it false information and started giving info back to the investigators. I think I vaguely remember what you're talking about, but like then they figured out that they were faking it or something. I can't remember where it was now. We'd be lost without researchers and diggers too. Yeah. Who's Julie? What did I say, Julie? I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember. So yeah, whenever I get around to finishing that video, I've been working on it for months and months and months and months. It's just like I get all the information in front of me, and then I'm like, I don't know where to start to explain this to you guys. Like it's so confusing. Because I need to show a bunch of data. I need to show you guys a bunch of data and stuff to kind of prove my point on a lot of things. And it's taking me a bit to work through it all, to grab all the patterns. But eventually we'll get there. But in the meantime, I'm hoping to maybe get the Teresa Caputo video done for next week. That's what I'm hoping to do. But otherwise, I do have a bunch of other videos on the go too. So we have a bunch of stuff happening. But I'm going to end the stream here because we've done about 2 hours. And I'm getting tired. My brain is starting to melt down. Jesus Christ, my phone has like a bajillion alerts. What the hell? Yeah, I need to eat something too. Yeah. I'm impressed though. Fabulous work, very difficult to do. It's very confusing. Luckily, I have some people in the research team who's helping me a lot. like Tracy. I think Tracy's here right now. So yeah. All right. How she piles her hair that high? Yeah, Sage. I usually don't like to make fun of people's looks, but I have to make fun of the hair and nails. I'm sorry. It's so bad. Research is the enemy for most grifters. Exactly. Yeah. All right, everyone. I will talk to you all later. You guys have a good rest of your day. And yeah, whenever we see Boo Paranormal back up again, we'll send them some love because they've been dealing with some stuff. I was going to send you guys over to them, but they're not streaming. So, but yeah, I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, we'll see what video I come up with for this weekend.